I can't believe my only baby finally had a baby. Granted, it would have been better if you would have picked a decent daddy for this sweet thing. But everyone makes mistakes. Charlie is going to be a great dad to Sun. Just because we didn't work out doesn't mean he won't put his all into being the best dad ever. That's what they all think. Baby girl, you are 24 years old and a single mama. You're about to be in for a world of hurt when you go back out into the dating world. It ain't easy for a single mama. 3 weeks ago. Dating is the farthest thing from my mind. Well, you aren't getting any younger. And you've gotten all pudgy from having my sweet baby. Have you thought about getting on a diet before you go back to work? No, I'm breastfeeding. I have to wait until my supply regulates before I worry about dieting. Feeding Sun is more important than losing weight. You weren't breastfed and you turned out just fine. And I was able to get back to work and look good enough to catch me a new man in less than a month. You might want to listen to your mama. She knows a thing or two. Okay, Mom. What did you call me over here to talk about? Well, I know the school year starts soon and that daycare is super expensive. And a teacher doesn't make as much money as I would hope for you. Since I am retired, I want to watch Sun for you while you work. Mom, are you sure? Babies are a lot of work. I don't want you to regret deciding to watch him. I think I know how to raise a baby. I've raised you and your brother all by myself. I can handle this sweet boy. Okay, we can try it out and see how it goes. I really appreciate it. I was worried about how expensive childcare would be. This will save me a lot of money. Exactly. I won't charge you near as much as those fancy daycares. Oh, you want me to pay you? How much are you wanting? Nothing in life is free, my dear, but only about $100 a week. I think that's fair. Okay. Between his father and I, that should be fine. I'll just have to check on with him and make sure he is okay with all of this. If he's okay with it, he's basically just about worthless as of right now. Girl, you have to learn only your opinion matters right now. Okay, here we go. First day with Grammy. Mommy is going to miss you so much while she's at work. Say bye-bye, Mommy. We won't miss you one bit. We have our Grammy and that's all we need. Grammy's the best. Hey, please, don't say stuff like that. I know it's a joke, but I already feel guilty enough having to leave Sun to go back to work. Oh, calm down. There's no reason for you to be so sensitive. He doesn't even know what I'm saying. And grandkids are supposed to love their grandparents. I know he loves you, but don't say stuff like he won't even miss me. Don't you think you're being a tad bit ridiculous? I'm doing you this massive favor by babysitting your son so you can go back to work. You could at least act grateful. I have had to change my whole schedule around for this. Whoa, you asked if you could. And I'm paying you like you asked me to. I can put him in daycare if you're having second thoughts. It's not a big deal, and Charlie is fine with the extra money for a center as well. Absolutely not. I'm not letting my baby be raised by strangers. What kind of grandma would I be if I let that happen? Okay, will I have to go so I am on time. Please send me pictures and updates throughout the day. I know I'll be worried sick. Don't be over-dramatic. He will be fine with his Grammy. Please read the instructions that I left in the bag. And put the breast milk in the fridge for today so it doesn't spoil. It needs to be warmed up when you feed it to him, and do not shake it. Just swirl it to get the fat to mix back together. I don't need instructions. I know what I'm doing. I know how to get in touch with you if I need you. Go to work. I've got this. Hey, how's son? Will you send me a picture? Hey, Mom, is everything going okay? Please give me an update if you have time. Hey, I'm on my lunch break. I'm trying to FaceTime you, but it keeps going straight to voicemail. Is something wrong with your phone? I'm on my way. I'm having another teacher cover my bus duty. I'm worried that you aren't answering me. What are you doing here? You weren't supposed to get sun until 4 p.m. You haven't answered the phone all day. I was worried sick that something happened. Why didn't you answer? Sweetheart, you started texting me almost as soon as you left. You were ruining my time with son. I blocked you to get some peace. I was going to unblock you once you got here. Mom, you can't do that. I have a right to be able to know how my son is doing. He's 6 weeks old, and this was my first time leaving him alone with anyone. You should have kept me updated. Well, excuse me for choosing to help out and also wanting quality time with my grandson. I'm so sorry that my alone time caused you so much distress. It's not as if I have any experience in raising children or anything. I've never dealt with a baby before. Me checking up literally has nothing to do with you or your capabilities. It's me as a new mother having severe anxiety. As a mother yourself, you should recognize that and be somewhat understanding. This happens every time I try to help you. I am always made out to be the bad guy. What I do will never be good enough for you, will it? Can we please not do this? I appreciate your help. I just want to be able to stay in contact when you have son. Yes, of course. I will stare directly at my phone screen all day waiting for you to contact me. I won't look away. Not even to pay attention to son. Your phone call will be the most important event in my day. I can't handle this today. Maybe this wasn't a good idea. Of course you would want to ruin my chance at a close relationship with son. You already want to keep me away from him for no reason. I raised you better than this. I know it. Nobody is saying that. It's just a difficult situation, is all. We all need time to adjust. I don't need to adjust to anything. You need to adjust your attitude and learn to be respectful and grateful. You may be grown, but I am still your mother. You need to respect me, and you need to listen to what I have to say. I know what I am doing a lot better than you do. What time should I expect my baby tomorrow? Hey Mom, actually tomorrow his other grandma is going to be babysitting. We have mediation in the morning to set up a parenting plan and she's been begging to see the baby. I know it's last minute. Sorry I didn't tell you before. That's not fair. I cleared my schedule to spend time with my grandson every weekday to help you. And you forget to even tell me about standing me up for your ex-mill. I'm sorry, she just asked me like 2 hours ago. My bad. And why are you even going to mediation? Is it to set up child support? Since you were technically never married to have sole custody, it would be stupid to give that up. I love my son, and I want him around all of the time. But it wouldn't be fair to keep him away from his father when he is a good man. We are just setting up a basic custody order so there's never a question on who gets son when. It sounds like you are trying to only be a part-time parent. I never just let your father take you. He could come and visit, but I was always there to watch. Don't be all upset now when the judge refuses to give you child support. I am not worried about child support. I just want my son to have an active father figure. And in case you forgot, my father was homeless a majority of my childhood and on Dr. Zero Graham's seconds. He had to just come visit. Where else would he take me? That's besides the point. Just know that it's going to end alive you having to watch your baby love someone besides you. You have no idea the strength of a mother's love. Why would I not want my son to love his father? I want him to love all of his family. I'm just saying. You have all the power right now. Giving up your power to be able to go out on the weekends seems stupid. You're losing out on a nice paycheck by doing this. My child is not a paycheck. And his relationship with his father is not something I will ever be capitalizing on. That's disgusting. So how did mediation go? It went really well. Charlie thought it would be in son's best interest to have me as permanent primary caregiver because he works such long shifts and is on call a lot. But we are splitting legal custody 50-50 and he has every other weekend and can visit son whenever. You're letting your newborn baby spend weekends away from you. No, that part of the order doesn't go into effect until after son weans and is no longer breastfed. Until then, Charlie will let me know his days off and he can come spend time with son to build up his relationship with him. Well, then I guess breastfeeding is your saving grace, huh? I would keep that going for as long as possible. I will, for the health benefits. But it is super difficult pumping during working hours. And I've already dealt with mastitis twice since son was born. Right now my goal is at least 6 months though. 6 months? Absolutely not. 2 years minimum. That way son will be completely attached to you and you will have an easier time keeping sole custody. If Charlie is a good man, he wouldn't want to make his son so upset by taking him away. I wouldn't want to go past a year personally. And that's a really messed up way of thinking. It's good for son to form healthy attachments to his other parent and family members. He needs that. The only people son needs are you and me. If you want, I will adopt son and take Charlie's rights. Then you will never have to worry about him coming for son again. Oh yeah. If he was such a good man, why did you end up calling off your engagement? Why didn't he marry you? Clearly he isn't a good man. We just weren't a good fit. That's not his fault. Or mine. But I'm not going to use his son as a weapon because of that. At this point, I don't even know if you're a fit parent. You refuse to do what is best for son. If you aren't up to it, I will happily take over. I'm young enough to raise another baby. Hey, I'm having some issues with mom being extremely overbearing with son when she is watching him. I've called around and all of the good centers have a long wait list. Would you or your mom be able to help watch son during the week? Of course. I have off every Wednesday and can watch him at your house so he's in a familiar environment if that works. And I'll ask Mom. I'm sure she can do a day or two as well. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Of course. What is going on? She is just really over the top with her opinions on our custody situation, child support, and things that are none of her business. You know how she is. I'm sorry you have to deal with that. Whatever you need us to do, we can figure it out. We all want what is best for son. Thank you. It's just pissing me off because she assumes you are some awful guy just because we called off the wedding. But she has no idea why that happened. She's just making assumptions despite knowing you for years. You haven't told her what happened yet. No, it's not my place. If you are ready for me to, I will though. Maybe that will help. I'm gay, not a criminal. You can tell her that, as long as she isn't going to spread it to the world. I'm fine with family knowing, but not the world yet. Okay, if you're sure. You know how she is though. She isn't going to take it well. She doesn't approve of that kind of stuff. I just want you to be aware. I don't give a flying fuck what Kathy thinks about my sexuality. As long as she is good to my baby and to the mother of my child. Okay, I will let you know how it goes when I tell her. Perfect. Mom just messaged me back. She can watch son on Mondays and Friday. So we will only need your mom Tuesdays and Thursdays until son is accepted into a good center. Thank God. You guys are the best. Anything for my baby mama. You know we all have your back. Hey Mom, just a heads up. Charlie and I have decided to enroll son in childcare. There is a wait list, but he should be accepted into his class in about 2 months. So am I just not good enough for you anymore? I was good to use and abuse and demand long days from when son was too young to move or do anything. But now that he is starting to be able to roll and hold his head up, you want to take him away. Mom, it was your idea to babysit son while I worked. But I think it will be good for him to get more social interaction and have a stable day-to-day routine. Oh, so I didn't do enough for him. I can give him more activities throughout the day if that's what it takes. At least I don't sit him in front of the TV like you do. I've seen it over FaceTime. He watches Hey Bear videos when I have to grade papers. Calm down. It's not personal. Charlie and I have just decided what we think is best for son's development. I don't even want to hear that name mentioned to me. The only good that ever came out of him is son. He's a pediatric surgeon. He's done a lot of good. And as I said, he's a good man and a good father. You need to start respecting that. I don't want to hear you continually putting down the father of my child. You could have stopped working after having him and been a stay-at-home wife. You could have had the life I always dreamed of. I've seen his house. We both could have lived there comfortably for the rest of our lives. But this good man knocked you up and ditched you 2 months before the wedding. Sure sounds like he's awesome. It was a mutual decision. You have no clue what you are talking about. And even if we would have gotten married, you wouldn't have lived with us. That's weird. So after everything I've done for you, you would leave me in the shack that I raised you in. We have gotten completely off topic. I no longer need you to watch Sun every day. I only need Tuesdays and Thursdays. If you don't want it anymore, just let me know and I'll find other options. But I'm not going to argue with you. I'll think about it. And while I think about it, you need to think about the way you disrespect me. We are having Sun dedicated at church this Sunday. I know you normally do not go to our church, but I wanted to let you know if you wanted to attend. Why even bother getting Sun dedicated at a non-denominational church? That basically means nothing. You were raised Catholic. You need to raise Sun in the right church. I am not in need of religious recommendations. I just wanted to extend the invitation, so that way you do not feel left out. So I'm good enough to be at Sun's important events, but not good enough to watch Sun. Apparently, you don't trust me enough to do that since you have to get those people to watch him on other days. Those people are his father and other grandmother. They are family just as you are. If you cannot be civil, then it is probably best you not come anyways. I find it amazing that you can continuously disrespect me the way you do and take up for people who aren't even family. Your loyalties are so incorrect that it isn't even funny anymore. Whether you agree with me or not, you should have your mother's back and listen to what I say. I am also a mother now, and I will do what is best for my son. Having someone spew toxicity against his other family members is not in his best interest. Now, once again, he has a special event this Sunday. If you can be civil and want to come, I would love for you to be there. I will not be there to support a little brat like yourself. You have chosen the enemy over your mother, and I will not stand for the blatant disrespect anymore. Until you get your priorities right, you will not get any more help or support from me. You know, I have tried so hard since I was a child to always be on your good side and keep the peace, and I am sick of it. That's fine. I will no longer sacrifice my mental wellness to have you be in my life. Have a good day. I'm done. Don't be so dramatic. You take everything to the extreme. It's time to grow up, little girl. Hello. I will be there Sunday. I will always be there to support my sweet grandbaby. Nothing can keep me away. Mom, what are you doing here? I told you not to come if you were not willing to be civil. Sweetheart, now is not the time. Of course, I will be here to support my grandson. I will always put his needs first. And besides, we just had a little mother-daughter spat. These things are bound to happen. Fine. Just please don't do or say anything to start drama today. Darling, it's not me you should be worried about, it's you. Have you been checked for postpartum depression yet? You've become very combative and hostile. Sometimes I worry about Sun's safety in case you go into a rage when you are alone with him. Whoa, what's wrong? You look like you're about to cry. My mom is here. She just suggested that I have postpartum and would be a danger to Sun. I can't deal with this anymore. I can't deal with her. It's going to be all right. Let's just get through the service and we will deal with it afterwards. Just stay away from her. As the only truly religious member of my grandson's family, I would like to be the one to carry him up to the pastor. Can you give him to me now so we can get ready? Kathy, that is not going to happen. Caroline and I will be going up there with Sun. Grandparents will be staying in the pews to watch. Charlie, I did not ask you. I asked my daughter. I am sure she will have no issues with this, as she was never one for church anyways. Respectfully, Kathy, you can take your entitlement and shove it where the sun don't shine. You will not be carrying my son to the pastor. You can stay in the pews and be thankful your daughter is gracious enough to allow you to even do that after how you've acted. Well, now, it shows how you clearly do not believe in valuing all family members as equals, Charlie. Why am I not surprised you don't care about Sun's maternal side of the family? I love Caroline and Sun. They are my family. Their person I have a distaste for currently is you. Now please stop trying to ruin this day over your ego. We need to discuss the absolutely ridiculous behavior you and Charlie displayed at Sun's ceremony. If Sun was old enough to realize he would have been so ashamed of you. We have nothing to discuss. You will not ignore me. I am your mother and I am telling you we will discuss this or I will no longer be watching Sun for you. You will not be watching Sun at all. You will not be alone with him. You have disrespected and insulted me and Charlie too many times now, and it will no longer be tolerated by anyone. Like I said, we have nothing to discuss. I raised you better than this. You should know that you honor your parents. I am ashamed of the woman you turned out to be. I will pray for you to realize your mistakes, though. You didn't even raise me. Grandma did. I spent every day with her, even when you weren't working. All I ever was to you was a paycheck to collect child support from Dad and government benefits once he no longer could pay. The only reason you are upset about this situation is because I refuse to allow you to exploit Sun for your personal gain. I am disgusted by your accusations. I really think you have officially lost your mind. I am extremely worried about my safety around you and Sun's safety with you as his caregiver. We are done with this conversation. Do not contact me again. We are done when I say we are done. How am I supposed to feel comfortable with you watching my grandchild with you acting this way? How do I know he is okay? You will respond to me. I am your mother. I will not be ignored. I will be discussing with my lawyer today about filing for custody of Sun. Clearly, you are not emotionally stable enough to handle the stresses of being a parent. Respond to me now. This is your final chance. Okay, you have made your choice. In order to assure the safety of both you and my grandchild, I will be calling police for a wellness check and calling CPS. You are unstable. Is this the home of Caroline Blank? Yes. Is there a problem, officer? I am here to conduct a wellness check on yourself and your infant son. We have received an anonymous call stating concern for the safety of you and son due to recent mental instability and possible Dr. G usage. Do I need to repeat myself? No, I'm just in shock, I suppose. You can come in. I was just working on some grading. It's almost midnight. Do you normally keep your infant son up this late? He had a late nap today with his grandma, so bedtime was a bit impossible. I see. And is your home normally this messy? I don't see how it would be safe for a baby to be in all of these papers. Like I said, I was grading paperwork from my students. It's easier for me to spread it out so I can see everything I need to get done. It gets cleaned up immediately after I finish. And my baby is only 4 months old. He can't crawl through it. MHMM. The woman who called in was very concerned for the safety of your son specifically. Is there a reason for someone to be concerned for your baby? We do have resources we can provide to avoid the next step being taken. More than likely the woman who called in was my mother. Unfortunately, due to some severe mistrust, I have had to distance myself for the time being. She said she was going to do this. No disrespect, but you should never cut your mother off. Even if you do not have a good relationship, your child still deserves a relationship with their grandparent. It is a disservice to take that away from them. No disrespect, but you really do not have any idea of what you are talking about. I will do what I think is best for my family. Well, you have a good night, ma'am. I think I've seen all I needed to. And just do me a favor and call your mom. Clearly she cares and is worried about you. She's the only mom you will. Please allow me contact with my grandson. I am very concerned for his safety and well-being. Just let me know that he is okay. He is 4 months old. He cannot talk to you on the phone. And don't you think you've done enough damage at this point to be requesting to FaceTime my baby? I heard from a friend on the local police force that you had an officer dispatched to your house last night. How awful! Clearly, I am not the only one concerned for my baby's well-being. Let's not play a game of who did it. We all know you are the one who called. You said you were going to call. You take things so seriously. It's really a shame. But I will be talking to my baby soon. I am his grandma and nothing will stop me from keeping a good relationship with my grandson. Over-minded body, will you be near my son until you have corrected the behaviors you have had towards me and his father? I will not allow someone who disrespects me on the level that you do to have influence over my son. Your dead body. Is this another thinly veiled thread at unaliving yourself like your attempt in middle school? This is exactly why I am so concerned about your mental health. You are not well. Seriously, I cannot do this with you anymore. Have a good night. and let me know when you decide to fix the issues you clearly have with me. How am I supposed to sleep when my daughter is threatening to unalive herself? Stop the dramatics and leave me alone so I can make sure you this and is harassment are okay. I will not stop until I hear your voice and see my grandson and know in my soul he is safe and you are stable. I knew that postpartum was going to get the best of you. I knew your mental stability was too fragile to handle this kind of stress. I am contacting the emergency line to do another wellness check on you. I will not allow my daughter to off herself in front of her son. Hey, are you home? Yeah, what's up? Is everything okay? No, Mom started her shit again with me being mentally unstable. She's claiming that because I said over my dead body I'm threatening suicide. I think she's going to try and have me put on a 72-hour suicide watch and take son. Jesus Christ, where are you? On my way to your house with son. Is that okay? Of course it is. You can stay as long as you need to. Thank you. I didn't know where else to go, and I figured you would be able to keep me out of the hold if she tried that. Yeah, of course. I'll do whatever I can. But before you get here, I just want you to know that my boyfriend is here. I hope that's okay with you. Oh my God, Charlie, of course I am. If I'm interrupting, I can go somewhere else. I don't want to intrude. No, I want you guys to meet. And I've been wanting him to meet son soon anyways, if you're okay with that. Yes, I'm totally fine with that. Are you finally ready to come out publicly? That's a big step. I think so. I really like him and I don't want to keep hiding him for no reason. I think I'm going to put it on my Facebook this weekend. Maybe you can take a good picture of us tonight while you're here. Of course. I'm so happy for you guys. I'm sorry I'm bringing my mom drama into your weekend together. It's fine. It's not your fault. Your family. I will do whatever I can to help you. You had a baby with an abomination of the Lord's work. I thought I taught you better. What are you even talking about? I saw the picture that Charlie posted of him kissing his boyfriend. You were raised in the Catholic Church. You know that goes against God's word. And you told me he was a good man. He will lead your baby straight to the pits if he 11 with him. I'm not going to listen to your ignorant homophobia. Your opinion on Charlie holds no grounds in his life or mine. The fact that you willingly laid with a man who sleeps with other men and created a baby shows how you disrespect the Lord's word. And to think you had son dedicated to the Lord with that abomination standing next to you. Disgusting. I also has premarital sex to make son. Don't forget that in my list of sins. Your jokes are extremely inappropriate at a time like this. Son's very soul was created from someone who is made of sin. He is in danger. What is funny is the fact that you think your disgusting comments and homophobic beliefs are exactly the opposite of what Jesus himself preached. What happened to loving your neighbor? I am a warrior of Christ. I will stand up for the word of the Bible in front of anyone. And I will defend the innocent life that was born into this ultimate sin. Son needs to immediately be enrolled in a Catholic daycare and kept far from his father. We are actually at his father's house right now visiting. Once again, I will tell you that your false opinion on this matter is unimportant and incorrect. Have a good day. So you are willingly leading your son into a life of hellfire and sin. I will be contacting the church and my lawyer. I will stop at nothing until I save son from you. I will be blocking your number now that you have officially threatened legal actions. All further communication can go through our attorneys. Please do not contact me again. Have the day you deserve. I need to hire a lawyer. I don't think she actually has a leg to stand on, but I need one just in case. That's honestly the best thing you can do right now. It's better to be proactive instead of reactive. And that way you do not have to actually communicate with her. I cannot believe she's stooping to this level. And how she is pulling the religious crap out of her ass. She was never a Bible thumper like this when I was growing up. She went on holidays at best because it's not about religious beliefs. She is using anything she can think of to have a chance to grab control. She's trying to call me right now. Jesus Christ. Sweetheart, please answer your phone. I know this is a difficult topic, but it is one we need to discuss for the health and safety of son. I know despite everything you still do care about son. Caroline, I am at your house. Please open the door so we can discuss this. I am willing to drop this whole thing if you would just let me spend time with my grandson. I know that no matter what, I will be able to lead him down the right path.
Why? The doctor told him no.
I am offering you a way out of this entire situation. All you need to do is allow me to spend alone time with my grandson. Fine. I will move forward with my case for grandparents' rights. I will be having my attorney contact you very soon with how I would like to move forward. See right there. She just showed her hand. Any decent lawyer would turn her down, and even if she makes it to court, she will be laughed out.
No.
She just openly admitted that she isn't actually that concerned.
Look, Mommy, he got a different one.
Oh, okay. Will they give him the shot?
She's saying she wants to go for grandparents' rights. Clearly, she is concerned.
Oh, no.
If she was so concerned, why is she willing to drop the case if you let her have son for a little while?
Give him his shot.
Because she's not concerned. She just wants the control she used to have over you.
Yay! Yay! The doctor said no.
I know I'm right. I've had enough experience talking to lawyers at this point through the hospital.
I think he's wearing a hat.
She has no chance. Let her try.
What are you laughing at, Tonka Tonka?
Hello, Caroline. Would you mind coming with me to my office so we can chat? I have someone covering your class right now. Sure thing, Principal. Is everything okay? I think this is a conversation best saved for private. Oh, okay. Well, then I suppose we should get going. I want to start this off by saying you aren't in trouble. I just received a phone call and needed to discuss it with you. A phone call? From who? From your mother. I'm not saying I believe her, but she did tell me some pretty disturbing things over the phone to do have me concerned. Jesus! What did she say? She first claimed that you had threatened and attempted suicide over the weekend. Now seeing that you are here in front of me and not dead, I will assume that is not true. But I do want to reach out and tell you that your insurance does offer mental health counseling. Oh my God! No, that is not true whatsoever. I may need some therapy because of my mother, but I am not a danger to myself. Well, I am glad to hear that. But now we need to discuss the most pressing thing that I was told. Okay, what is it? I was told that you were knowingly and willingly leaving your son in the care of a P3-dophile. I'm not saying I believe this, but you can see why this would be concerning. I cannot believe this. My son's father recently has come out as a gay man. He is not a P3-dophile, he's homosexual. I believe you. But as you are aware as a teacher, in this state we are mandated reporters. When we receive claims like this, we are required to report them to the proper authorities. I did contact CPS this morning. I'm going to unalive your mom. Please someone explain to me why I just got called to my boss's office and asked if I was being charged with sexual misconduct with a minor. The same thing happened to me this morning. My principal said I left my son with a known P3-dophile. She's officially lost it. No action will be taken against me, thankfully, unless evidence is presented. Which there won't be any because I'm not a damn P3-dophile. I know, it's going to be fine. But the principal is a mandated reporter, so even though she doesn't believe it, she had to call and report it to CPS. I imagine we will be having a call from them today. They'll have to investigate. Great! Awesome! That's exactly what we should have to deal with. Have you contacted a lawyer yet? No, I just found out about 30 minutes ago. The principal let me have the day off so I can figure out everything I need to do. I know of a few attorneys that will take our case. I'll start calling now. Are you going to pick son up from my mom's? Yeah, I'm about to head that way. I'll text your mom and let her know. I'm going after your mom for everything. Slander, hate crime, defamation, court costs, lost income from dealing with the bullshit, harassment, everything. I'm taking everything. She has nothing. That's why she's doing this. She thinks if she gets son, she will be able to live off of our dollar, and she can be a shitty parent to another child. Well then, I'll take the clothes off her damn back. I don't care. Nobody threatens my child and the career I've worked so hard to build. Okay, call your attorney friends. Let me know when you schedule a meeting, and I'll be there. This has got to end. Oh, it's going to end, trust me. I'm over her bullshit. She has no idea what's coming for her.